Already? Good grief, you two. Well, I was going to hold this plant. I guess I'm not going to. This is the Serrano plant. You've seen it in other videos before. There are spiders underneath. There are two spiders. There's this green and gray orb weaver kind of looking spider over here. And then hiding up in here is a little bitty spider that I think I got a bite from yesterday when I was working with my plants. So never mind holding these. I'm going to put this one down. I'm going to hope that I make sure I put it down in such a way that I don't get bitten this time. Yeah, the last thing I need are more spider bites. Okay, down you go. Hi everyone, this is Kim. This is a garden. And yes, my plants are inside today because I've been working with them. You saw the Serrano. This is the San Marzano tomato. I've got the New Mex chilies here. Yeah, they're a bit wilted looking, but I've been fidgeting around in the soil for a couple of different reasons that mainly have to do with drainage, and I've been working on a couple of things there because I think that one of the problems that these big potted plants have, they're not draining right. At least I don't think that they're draining right. The soil stays wet, and then it stays wet for a long time, and the plants just kind of sit there. They don't really do anything, despite the fact that they're getting good sunlight, despite the fact that they're getting good air circulation, things like that. So I think that I'm going to have to do a little bit more work with these to make sure that they're draining properly going forward. And interestingly enough, there's actually a breeze in the Taisley Memorial Garden here, and it's kind of nice, actually. You know, it's hot. For me, 80 degrees, it may as well be 120 degrees. I do not handle humid, dank, muggy heat very well at all. My body just does not deal with it, and it can actually, get off of there, it can actually cause me some really serious pain, and can actually wipe me out for several days. So there's problems with that. So I try to film when I can be out here and giving you footage that won't have me sweating up a storm, or at least won't put me out for the next week until I film the next episode, which means I won't be productive during the rest of the week. Okay, so what's been going on? Yes, I have been working with the plants, working with the soil drainage, and trying to figure that out. I think that's the main problem that my plants are having right now. I want to say about the plants that have been left in here. I have a couple of different plants in here, and to go over a couple of them. This is the Thai basil plant that I have, and I planted this on the 18th of June. I wasn't sure if it was going to make it, but it's starting to make it. That it is yes, it's a little bit leggy, but you know what, that's okay. It is still in kind of recovery mode from when I initially had started raising it, so it's been sprouting more leaves. Its stalk has been getting thicker, which I'm really happy about. The regular basil is doing the same thing. Now remember, this basil plant, I've had this since just after I moved here to Indiana. This is the only plant that survived the move from the apartment where I used to live to here in this house where I live now. And that was May 27th. So this plant's been around for a little while, and it's starting to get a bit more of a woody stalk, which is what my plant in Chicago did when I had basil in Chicago, and that plant just went bananas. This plant's starting to really pick up, and I'm really happy, and it's been under the grow light here, and it's wonderful. In addition, the sage plant that was kind of touch and go for a while is really picking up. Look at these leaves. I'm getting really nice leaves. There's only a spot or two on one or two of the leaves, if that, and it's really good to see that it's finally coming around. I need to work on something a little bit better regarding drainage for some of these cups, because I think that overall my plants are struggling with that. Something attacked one of my tomatillo plants. Well, boogers. That's really frustrating. Well, they may not make it. We'll see if they do, but apparently they're not doing so hot, so we'll just have to see. I don't get it too, because this stalk is really firm. I can't even bend this with my finger without getting close to breaking it, so I don't know what happened. Let's see, what else is going on? Right, the drainage. So I'm working on that. There are holes that I can put in the bottom of this. I don't know why they didn't get punched out in the first place. I'm usually really good about things like that. Some of these other pots back here, I've already, they have the holes punched out and everything. I don't know why these don't. I must have been sick the day I was doing it or something. I don't know. Excuse me, I've also not been feeling too terribly well. But I'm getting ready for the next few months, and there's been a lot of help on the different garden channels that I'm on, the garden groups on Facebook and on YouTube, the garden channels that I follow, that are talking about growing plants during the winter, and one of them even talks about snow growing in little incubators, and I think I understand the concept. I just would have thought that it would be a little bit more difficult on the potting soil or the starting soil, whatever you end up using. The general idea is that you save water bottles or soda bottles or semi-transparent milk jugs, and you put your soil in there, you put your seeds in there, and you leave the lids off. Punch holes for the top, punch holes for the for drainage, and you put them out. You seal them after you've put everything in there. You seal the sides, which you've cut open to put your soil and seeds in, and you put them out in the snow, on top of the ground in the snow, and the sun radiates enough heat to keep the soil from freezing up, and goodness sakes, I'm sorry. Anyway, it keeps the soil is okay, and the plants grow over winter in sunlight, which supposedly, now correct me if I'm wrong, I really don't know. This is just something I saw, something I heard, but supposedly doing it this way will prevent you from having to go through the extra step of hardening off plants that you started indoors when you go to move them outdoors. Even if you're still doing container gardening. Now, again, I haven't tried this, I really don't know, but the concept intrigues me and I'm going to try it this winter. I have a number of plants that I want to grow for the winter-spring season as opposed to the fall-winter season. Good Lord, my throat is just not with me today. I'm sorry. Well, anyway. I'll try and wrap this up. I want to do that. I want to see how well it works. And hope that the idea of doing so will have a lot of good results. The idea is good. We'll hope that the practice is good. There's still going to be some I'm going to grow indoors, just because I have too many plants to do that with for outdoor gardening, or for seeds that I want to start in general. Sorry, I'm not at my best today. I'm sorry, but you get the idea. There's some stuff I'm going to be trying for that. These I don't know what's going to happen with, but I'm hoping to keep them growing as best as I can with the time that they have left. See if they will manage to survive the winter, which they may or may not do, but if they didn't, I have learned a lot, and I will have other things to show. The heck are you? I will have other things to show as the winter goes on, even though the channel may slow down a bit. Otherwise, otherwise I think we're good, yeah. There's not really a lot else going on. It's starting to cool down here, and we're starting to get a little bit more breezy weather here in the early starts of autumn, the ends of summer here in Indiana. And I'm kind of looking forward to a little bit of cooler weather, honestly. So I will keep you posted as things change, and I hope that you're enjoying this channel. I don't talk about subscription much, and I don't talk about viewership much, but if you do like me, go ahead. If you don't like me but you like what I'm doing, or if you just want to keep seeing my misadventures, subscribe, share the channel so that other people can subscribe and watch me stumble along through relearning gardening. Until next time, this is Kim. This is a garden, and we'll see ya. Bye. Oh, goodness sakes, I don't know what is going on with my throat. Hi, everyone, this is Kim. Again, I forgot one more thing. There's one thing I forgot, and that is seeds. I hate not giving credit to places where I get my seeds if I, definitely get seeds that I'm really wanting to use. Now, granted, I order seeds on a fairly regular, I won't say I order them on a regular basis because I don't have the money to do that, but every now and then I do have a little bit of money, and every now and then I participate in seed exchanges like most of these seeds come from. Now, these seeds are from Midwest Chili Heads, which John Knoll runs, and he's always been very, very good to me, and I've been very appreciative. We had an issue where I had some difficulties with one batch of seeds. He replaced them. Even though the mail got lost, I have to give him full credit for doing his best, and so I recently was able to order from him again by way of thanks. I ordered a few extra things, and he always sends little surprises. I'm really, really happy about that. These seeds came from a friend I met on the Hot Pepper Growing Society named Greg Hill, and these came from a friend of mine on the Renegade Garden group, and her name is Patricia, and so all of these things are here for me now. We'll go ahead and get these seeds out of the way. I'm pretty sure I've got all of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. Okay, so I've got Chimayo, or Chimayo, I think is how it's actually pronounced. I've got Jimmy Nardello's. I've got the new batch of New Mex Heritage 6-4. I've got Cayenne, Cascabel. I'm really hopeful for those because I want to make chili powder out of that. Fresno, which I love to use for salsas, and just standard jalapenos, not the biker billies or the españolas or anything like that. So I've got those. Those are going to be good, and thank you, John, for sending me those. Greg, Red Ghost, Red Scorpion, and Yellow Ghost. Now, I've not actually worked with these by these particular names, and I may have one of them. I may actually have this under another name, but that's okay. I want to see these grow because some of this seeds that you get from friends are ones that just mean a little bit more to you. So I do want to plant these and see how they produce. Not that John isn't a friend. John is a good friend, and I am very grateful for his friendship. He's been very supportive and understanding. This is from a seed exchange, and I want to see that the seeds in the seed exchange program do well because it speaks to those people's abilities as a gardener, as opposed to a larger seed producer like John, which has tried and true practices so that he can get seeds and seeds and seeds. These are people's home gardens, and they have a special place in my heart. So those are the chilies. All of those are chilies. All of these are tomatoes. And wait until you see what showed up. So from Patricia, we have jelly bean. These are tomatoes again. If I remember right, these are all cherry tomatoes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's right. Jelly bean, Siberian yellow cherry, sun gold, purple Siberian cherry, Compari. I have no idea what that is. I'll have to look that one up. Tomato berry, ground cherry, also known as the husk tomato, Zima, also known as orange cherry, and little green zebra. I'm almost to the point where I have as many tomato seeds as I have chili pepper seeds in the overall seed arsenal, and it's exciting. It's exciting because I know that I have a little bit more variety for my next garden, and it's exciting because the idea of my next garden being a really small thing has just gone out the door. I'm actually going to have a very nice garden this next year that will have a wide variety of things, a wide variety of chilies, a wide variety of tomatoes, and a wide variety of other veg that I'm really excited to be growing this next year. This year's garden, I admit, it's kind of an experiment because I'm still getting back into the hang of gardening. Some of you may or may not know I was raised in agriculture, but that doesn't mean that after 20 some odd years of being away from it, I know what I'm doing. It means that I have to relearn a lot of things, I have to unlearn some things, and learn a lot of new things. And so this year's garden is really, there are things that I'm hoping make it and last through the winter. There are some that just may not do that at all. And I'm hoping to have some things that will grow over the winter as fall and winter cold weather, things. So we'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. So I hope that you will continue to enjoy my misadventures. And again, until next time, this is Kim. Bye.